girlfriend and I got into an argument over our kid's Christmas spending budget. We both have a kid from a previous relationship, her daughter and my son. We have an agreed budget of $1,000 for each kid. We have met that budget for both kids last week. Today she tells me she wants to get her daughter a phone and wants to buy her an iPhone XS Maximum, easily putting her daughter close to $1,200 over our agreed Christmas budget. We have a shared bank account, so it's not quite it's her daughter and her money, so what's the deal kind of thing. We argued for 3 days over the issue. We couldn't afford to spend another $1,200 on my son to even out the budgets again at a ludicrous $2,200 each. My son would have never if no we spent an extra money on her, but that's not the point. It's unfair and in my opinion it's favoritisms. After another very heated argument over the issue, I walked over to the tree, grabbed her present, opened it in front of her, and then wrapped it and addressed it to my son. Now the budgets are mostly equal again, give or take $100. Merry Christmas, bitch. Mom, I lied to you that one time. I had an orchestra concert in 5th grade and my mom had to drop me off at school at 6 p.m, which was before the doors opened. My mom was late because she's a working single mom. She dropped me off at around 6:15 and I could tell she felt really guilty. She started apologizing before I said, I knew you'd be late, so I said we had to get here by 6 o'clock, when we actually have to get here by 6:20. Her guilt was instantly absolved and she started smiling. She thought I was some genius 10-year-old and still thinks really highly of me to this day. It made her really happy, so I don't think I can ever tell her the truth. Sorry mom, I wasn't smart. I was just a liar. I give the bad tasting medicine to kids that drive me nuts. I'm a doctor. I see a lot of child patients. Some of them are nice, some of them are not. Of those that are not, some are just little bitches. They start screaming before you even say hello there. So if I have to prescribe medicine to these kids, I give them the medicine that I know tastes the worst out of the possible viable options, and I stress to the mother that the whole prescription must be used as instructed. I use the Western toilet horribly wrong until I was 16. So I'm an Asian male and we don't have seats on toilets, so you don't touch your ass anywhere. I don't remember the first time I used a Western toilet, but when I saw the toilet seat, I assumed it was a shield. Hence whenever I had to poop, I would put up the seat and sit on the bare toilet, and whenever I had to pee, I would put down the seat to protect the toilet from my pee. So I used it in the exact opposite way. We moved in a different house where there was only the Western toilet, or a commode, and I started doing this every day while rest of the family did the other way, and I wouldn't get the jokes in American sitcoms about the toilet seats. I googled what the seats are for, and no pages explain how to use a toilet. Goodbye social media. Hello people of Reddit. Today I did something I never thought I would do. I got rid of all my social media accounts, except for Reddit. I felt like I had become addicted to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, and that I was spending more time on them than I should have been. I also felt like I was comparing my life to other people's lives, and that every time I would see someone post something I would think, well, why aren't I doing that? And I realized how much of a toxic way of thinking that is. So I decided to delete all the accounts after a week of not using them. So far so good. It's definitely weird because I spent so much time on them. But I know in the long run it'll be good for me and it will allow me to have more time with my family, friends, and myself. I know this isn't a crazy confession like so many of the other ones on here, but I'm feeling pretty proud and wanted to put it out there. Happy holidays everyone. I am so ugly. I know everyone's beautiful in their own way and everything, but honestly sometimes I think I'm the ugliest person to ever live. I look at my face and cringe. There's always something wrong. My eyes are too small, my eyes are cockeyed, my nose is ugly or my lips protrude. So I take the effort to look better with makeup, styling my hair, etc., and I think I look okay till I take photos. Bam. I look so ugly in them. To make things worse, my friends are gorgeous and they don't even have to try. This is so unfair. What the shit? Will I ever be pretty in my life? How do I become beautiful? Every time I open a bathroom door, I wait a moment before completely opening it. I find the most awkward moments to be when you're on the loo, but have forgotten to lock the door so someone can waltz right in on you and your naked butt. So, to avoid that for other people, every time I wanna go to the bathroom I pull down the door handle, wait a small moment for a potential someone to react, then either open or close the door again. I just fell asleep while jacking off. I went for my daily fap and was tired af. I fell asleep with no underwear on and dick in hand. I had my quilt/duvet down to my legs and I woke up with my quilt/duvet up to my chest and I was covered up. I can't remember anything else. I think my mom or dad saw me. The toilet has never been so clean. I found out my boyfriend, 25-yo, was cheating on me with a very young girl, 17-yo. This wasn't the first time he wasn't faithful, but it was the first time I cleaned the toilet with his toothbrush before I packed my stuff and left. That day my name was Karma and I was a total bitch. My family don't do gifts on Christmas. It was just never in our family tradition. I secretly envy others for opening all the presents. I always imagined and wished one day I just get to experience what it's like to stare at all the beautifully wrapped gifts under the tree and rip them open like when I get Amazon deliveries. And boom, it is a gaming PC that I always wanted. I caught my roommate masturbating. I came in early last night and I walked in and my roommate was on the couch watching porn on the big screen and totally naked. He had my pink VS thong over his face and a pair of my leggings wrapped around his cock. I was pretty shocked but not surprised. I sure this isn't the first time. I have found evidence that he's done this before, like a thong in my drawer with dried semen. This happened a few times. My boyfriend plays online video games with kids and expects me to not be myself, basically cussing, sex talking and being just overall vulgar when he does. These are like 10 to 15-year-old kids. I don't really see how it's my responsibility to filter myself because he wants to play games with children. BTW, these games are usually rated M or T. He never even warns me either, he just gets mad that I can't tell a kid with a very masculine voice is 13. It's obnoxious. So one time in 7th grade, I was showing off to my friends my double jointedness. I have the ability to pop my shoulder out of its socket. My friend got a genius idea. He goes, "Dude, go up to the teacher and show her and tell her you dislocated it to get out of class." I was like, fuck it. I couldn't believe it, but it actually worked. I was at the nurse and I seriously doubted this would work more than 15 minutes. It did. It really fucking did. She calls my mom and tells me I was starting to shit my pants at this point, but it was too late to back down at this point. My mom comes and she immediately freaks the fuck out. She decides to take me to the emergency room and I'm freaking the fuck out. And at this point my shoulder actually is starting to hurt from popping it out for so long. We get to the ER and this lady immediately decides to give me an x-ray. At this point I was getting scared of how much trouble I was gonna get in once they realized I was faking it. This retarded doctor diagnosed me with a fucked up shoulder. She made me wear a sling for 2 weeks because I was too pussy to back down. We go to another doctor and he tells us everything the doctor said was bullshit. My mom didn't know at this point and didn't give a shit. To this day, my mom doesn't know that I was taking everything. I'm sorry, mom. I got asked out for the first time in 19 years. I've always been very shy and insecure with my looks. I never thought a guy would ever want me or would ever take the time of day to talk to me. But tonight I was proven wrong. There was this very handsome guy that came and asked if I wanted to grab coffee with him. I can't believe I'm actually typing this out. When my stepkids call their BO dad by my name I get a huge shit-eating grin. Don't get me wrong. I have tried to keep him in their lives as much as possible. I believe he needs to be there for them as much as I am. However, he has let them down in the past. He came into town for Christmas, and the first thing the boys do is call him by my name quite a few times. He visibly cringes at it, but I fucking love it, and he gets to see my big ass grin every time they say it.
Cowbelly. Let's go, baby.
Demonetization is dropping your rating to stop a migration of top innovation and content creation in an opposite way. I saw your new status and got inspiration to drop a new cape. On top of your face is a mock and the face of the clock is still raising. The mob is impatient, monster is late, cannot just escape. You'll drop like a cave. YouTube Ukraine thought you would make it. Past all the creators who want to get paid for their awesome creation. So take the advice of a god in the making. All I got to say is Cowbelly TV gets more traffic than a metropolis. Yes bitch, that's me. And I'm still looking for where my profit is.